Let's do another one. Still haven't found Bone Dog after all. Maybe if we have a slightly more powerful deck, then I will focus more on getting actually targeting the events. Shade Split on Drag from Primary Melting Allied Umbra, the traditional versions. We have Molder, Perils of Production and Engulfed in Smoke as our starting cards. Daedalus with Damage Shield, Fell with Armor, and Seraph the Patient. Sure. Combustible Wax versus Refined Void. Let's go with Wax. And then let's take Burn Bright. That's why we went for Combustible Wax in the first place. Well, mostly that. That was... Do I just take... I mean, the only way... If I take this challenge, I will take 15 damage to the first wave. And probably another 12 to the next wave. Possibly a bit less than that. Okay. Also, we can't set up on the top floor. That's just impossible for us. Because of the burnout timer and reactor flicker. If we set up on the boss top floor, the boss would come to the top floor with flicker at 1 burnout, and we would actually lose to the boss. Set up this train steward so we can maybe kill one of those guys. Alright, we are taking... I forgot that they lose some power while moving up a floor. Very nice, lifesteal. Not so nice is the fact that we missed the collector, but I can accept that. There we go. First fight done. You don't need pyre health. That's... You know, that's kind of true. It's 10 attack now. And we will eventually need something like that, maybe. And Tumbra Assault, Prison Retrieval, Grovel. Prison Retrieval is really hard to make good use of with the drags, although getting a drag is not the worst thing. And Umbra Assault gives us some backline clear, and we currently have none whatsoever. That's... yeah. That's important. With Combustible Wax, a lot of Remnant units become a bit more useful, I think. Is that true? The only one that really becomes more useful is... Lady of the House, I think. No, Paraffin Enforcer also becomes quite a bit better. Umbra units, we do have an Umbra Assault on top of our Shade Splitters, so we could potentially feed an Umbra unit. What bothers me is going to the right, and if I don't find a good Umbra unit, I have nothing but drags to upgrade here. Freestone. Wickless Baron or Tycoon. Let's go with Baron. That's... I'm not sure what I should think of that. I was hoping for a normal magic power upgrade. I feel like there should be an achievement for only going to the right or left path throughout the run. That would be interesting. You would need to plan your path very far ahead. Spikes 3. Yes, that's not a big deal at all. Our drags die quickly, but other than that, we should be pretty much fine with this. Our Baron already grew quite considerably, that's nice. Should have put one of them on the top floor. Yep, I should have. Really? No perils, no whiplash? That's why I set up some muscles on the top floor in the first place. Magma. You know what? I think we're better off having another drag on this floor. Ouch. This is a win. Took a little bit of unnecessary damage there. But we're still fine. We should be able to manage draft. Definitely draft. Space Prism. Oh yes. Okay. This is looking much better with these picks. Let's get a relic. Health banners. Solves our energy problem. Paraffin Enforcer. That's tempting. Yeah, I want that. Purge a unique and an upgraded version later, or same thing with a spell. I think we might do it with the Wickless Baron. Just so we don't have to carry it around during this fight, and maybe we get a nice upgrade for it later on. Could be a thing. Sure. Rector, Enforcer, and then drag behind them. Let's set up a train sword. Space Prism for another drag on the bottom floor. Drag to block the bomb. I wonder whose Burnout I should upgrade. I think Rector Flicker wants to die. That means I shouldn't play Engulfed in Smoke. No. No, we keep that Rector alive. We don't want them to die. Draft does want to die. Whoops. This is some extra damage to Daedalus and some energy next turn. Next turn will be the first boss round. We do need to make sure we have room on the other floors. On the top floor we currently don't. We shouldn't play drag. No, we can't play drag on the top floor. Because we don't have room anyways. Oh, lifesteal. That changes things quite considerably. There we go. Shroud Spike, Blazing Bolts, Furnace Tap. Easy Furnace Tap. That goes on our Rector usually. Capacity wouldn't be bad, honestly. I'll take +1 capacity. And I want upgrades for our units. Pyre health? Very nice. Removals? Extremely nice. Let's upgrade this draft a little bit. The Heartstone. I think we don't want that. Nor do we want the large stone. Endless. That's about the most useless upgrade we could have gotten there. Do we even want that? Yeah, I think we... No. No, I think we're better off getting attack here. That was a pretty bad unit chop. Let's remove Train Stewards. Actually, Shade Splitters are worse. I should have removed 2 Shade Splitters here. Definitely go with Burn Bright 2. We need the extra stats to deal with the units that spawn on this next floor. Well, next 3 rings. That needs to be in the back. We don't kill the backliner, but that's okay. Yeah, we don't kill the collector, and that's not so okay. Not really okay. I don't think we can Furnace Tap here. Ragnar is gonna die. Pretty soon. Well, that doesn't mean we can Furnace Tap. We can still Furnace Tap you, but is that good? It means we generate rage faster at the very least. Sure. I'm okay with that. Not being able to play anything this turn is fine. Not being able to play anything this turn is even fine. Although I do want to protect the Paraffin Enforcer here. Is that fine? Maybe it's not fine. At least we can get back our champ now. Yeah, that wasn't very clever, right? I shouldn't have played that Furnace Tap. We don't really... That's not really the scaling we want. That really is not the scaling we want. Either we play it on Rector or we don't play it at all. I think we don't play it this turn. And I feel like we do aim to let Rector die. That's not the turn where I wanted to have draft. Really isn't. Oh, we lost our Paraffin Enforcer as well. That's not great. At least we might be okay on this floor. Oh, these backliners. Ooh, they are painful. Well, we should still be okay. Because we can just recycle Rector. There we go. Wicked Blaze, Voti, very fatal melting. I think we have to take the melting here for some backline AoE. Engine upgrade, prison retrieval, cannibalize. Cannibalize mostly just to sacrifice our own units. Sometimes that's just necessary. Actually that's somewhat decent once we get the final upgrade for that. We need more unit upgrades. Another chance at endless. Burnout. No. Quick. Do we need... What do we need on you? Attack is fine. Quick isn't. Multi-strike perhaps? I'll take the damage shield on the drag. That's pretty okay. It's a jump blocker. Oh, abandoned stave or calcified emboss. I'll take the stave. And then we should focus on getting some X-Cost cards. That might be very useful indeed. Let's get a train sword off the train and then move on. I don't really want to carry around the calcified emboss for a prolonged period of time here. Okay, now we can place units here that will survive because my units have stealth, which is unfortunate. I would like to kill the silent marksman, the drag or something like that. Well, we just need to place enough units there. That guy growing bigger is kind of scary. Don't really have a good way of dealing with them at all. Or any way of dealing with them, to be honest. Ouch. Yeah, if that happens again, we are dead. It did not happen again, luckily. This guy's doing sweep stuff. It will be much less scary when these backliners are dead. I can't trigger health banners, can I? Whoops. It's just 1 damage. Traitor's Quill. Sure. Maybe it's time to include the Memories of the Melted in this deck. I usually think this is a pretty bad card, but it helps us deal with frontliners, and the cost is less of a problem with all the energy we have. I think this is a skip. Kindle is really not the X cost I wanted to see here. Let's take the Baron back now that we have enough capacity to actually include them in our lineup. We need more removals, we need some relics. Fate's First Blade is pretty much exactly what we need here. This might seem very weird, but I regret taking the stuff earlier. We still gain 1 extra energy from the 2 deadweights we started out with, so that might have been worth it in the end still. Onwards to Fel. We don't need to set up on the bottom floor, although the middle floor is capacity reduced and the top floor is bad because of days. Feel like we wanna delay we'll see. Should generally be good enough, honestly, as a bottom floor. Hate Memento Mori. Such a bad way of scaling, so expensive, and it doesn't even scale very well in terms of power. It usually gets to. It's pretty low. Finally some extra room on the bottom floor. This is not actually a bad unit to buff with this. The lifesteal is very much welcome here. Should have played the Perils on the Morsel for slightly more damage against this guy. Is there... I think we sacrifice this one. Yeah, Drags with Fate's First Blade are actually quite good units. They just are. That was bad. I should have played at least a trained Yorp from that hand. Let's bring back the draft. Lay them all the way in the back so they can get some rage. Rage. Start getting some more rage. I'm fine with having reduced Umbra. There we go. The rage is pretty strong. That seems like a weird pick, but this synergizes very well with Fate's First Blade because it immediately gains all the rage from all the burnout we have. And we have quite a bit of burnout with combustible wax. Easy draw this time. I think we can focus on some events now. Waxer Snuffer, Iron Drop Cage. We don't have Extinguish and we don't have move abilities. That sucks. There we go. Welcome on board, Bone Dog. Seems to be good enough. A good enough sign as any for the Bone Dog. It licks your face and jumps aboard the Bone Shaker to surely make quick friends with all the other monsters inside. Final stage of Burn Bright. Rector is now big. I could honestly see Space Prism upgrade being worth it in this deck. That means we are gonna... That just means we'll get to play it a second time late in the fight. That doesn't matter enough to me. Well, now that I think about it. Molder needs to be 0 cost. Both of them. Burnout 7. I think we best use that on Engulfed in Smoke. The Ember Drain is too much. Fatal Melting needs to be always ready to clear out the floor of backliners, even if it consumes while doing so. That's worth it. Spikes 5. That should be fine. I hope so. This first wave is really scary. Why am I setting up on the bottom floor? The bottom floor is capacity reduced. I should not do that. I have 15 rage immediately. Yeah, we need the Draft and the Paraffin Enforcer. Maybe I shouldn't have played the Wickless Baron here. That might have been the correct solution. Although, we do now have Multi-Strike on you. I think we need... no. Let's start scaling this rage up. And I guess we try and face these guys on the top floor. Luckily the Umbra Assault is now upgraded. These muzzle jewelers are very nice. Lots of incoming damage here, but we can make that a bit easier on us by using Fatal Melting. Finally we draw into Space Prism. Should we recycle Rector? I guess so. Sucks to lose the multi-strike, but it's done the job we needed it to do. Stealth 4, that will last for a while. Although... no, it's fine. Sure, let's upgrade you. Get some more Burnout. And... why not? We don't need all that Umbra anyways. "24 rage. I will take that. Votivery. I think I take another Engulfed in Smoke. Engine upgrade seems unnecessary. We have enough Ember. Engine upgrade is not really gonna help. Let's try one final time for multi-strike. The Baron is also not upgraded yet. Honestly, the Paragon Enforcer might be less important now than the Baron. No, that's not the case. You know what? That's actually a better upgrade for you. So you buff yourself, and we have 4 turns to find a solution to the problem of Burnout. Do I take a Vapor Funnel here? That might save me a significant amount of damage. Check strips. I guess. Let's remove the final 2 Train Stewards. And then onwards to Seraph. I think we want to set up on the bottom floor. So we can go 3 rounds against Seraph in case we need that. And I feel like I want to keep Furnace Tap around. Baron. Do we need Baron? Baron is good, but... Drags are more damage? No, they will burn out eventually. Why do the Seraph have to be on this floor this turn? Start getting this drag buffed up. Just stats for now. Mostly because I do want to be able to reform that drag later. Maybe make some use of them. Just engulfed in smoke. I should Fatal Melting. Gives us a backline kill. I'm gonna engulfed in smoke anyway. Top of that. I should not. And do we wanna give some rage to someone? Sure. And makes that guy do significant damage now. These guys will die to the last shard of the pyre. Thanks to our vapor funnel. I could safely play morsels up there without angering Seraph, but I should not. I have to play Space Prism, and I think I have to play Engulfed. Let's try to beat down the Gilded Wing as good as we can, so we don't take too much damage to them. 97, that's 3 hits, so this will actually do the trick. It's time to reform Baron, Rector. No stealth anymore. But they will burn out anyways. Morsels do not trigger Rally, so we can safely play them on the Seraph floor. This is the turn. Don't like giving Seraph that much power, but now we are really strong. The multi-strike, no longer any burnout or Ember Drain stuff. Yep, that will do it. That felt like a pretty nice burnout deck for once. I rarely have them with traditional Remnant. They are much easier to much easier to build with Little Fate than Rector. Just because the Firelight Path helps so much with with keeping the burnout up and keeping your units relevant in terms of power. Finally, we got the last card we were still missing upgraded, mastered. Yeah. There we go. We got this page complete. Isn't it beautiful? That was a nice Burnout deck. Obviously combustible wax at the start really helped, and finding Fate's first blade really helped. But I did like some of the tricks we could do here. Like, especially in the final fight where we cannibalized Tractor to reform him and then use the Burnout, the Ember Drain cards together with Wickless recruitment. It just worked out really nicely. Everything came together quite well here. The unit choice, probably not the most ideal. The Wickless Baron especially was a bit questionable. But with the revenge trigger, if he grows decently, then yeah, it's kind of a good boss killer. Or boss kill helper at the very least.